Welcome to What You Missed When You Didn't Exist. I am Corbett, and I am 52.
And I'm Lucy, and I used to be 22.
Does that sound better? She's 23.
I had a birthday, and I didn't want to throw off the rhythm.
Still
I'm
throw the
sorry.
rhythm.
I didn't want
Eventually
to
I'll
throw it
catch up.
off. You'll catch up. Yeah, that's true.
It's fine, it's fine. For this episode of What You Missed When You Didn't Exist, we are talking about Jane Fonda workouts.
Woot
Boom!
woot.
In the 1980s, Jane Fonda, the pinup star of the 60s, became the workout queen of the 80s. Figure that one out.
Okay.
Jane Fonda workouts are probably what equated to the pinnacle of fashion, or the known fashion in the 80s, of leg warmers. Leg warmers, of course, are a sock without a bottom in them
Yes. Or thick tights? Question
that
mark?
don't go up, or
Yes.
pantyhose that are designed for walruses. I don't know. I really don't know the
What?
point of the leg warmers, just because keep your legs warm when you're working out. Wouldn't they be
Yeah, it's
warm from the workout?
self-explanatory, Dad. You warm your legs up so you don't strain your muscles. Ballerinas use it a lot to
Is
help
that
warm
the
up their
deal?
muscles.
Okay, I
Mhm.
never knew. I thought it was just a fashion statement.
No, it's like an actual thing.
Okay, keeping those legs warm, people. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Well, hockey players have those.
Leg
Oh, wait, there's
warmers?
ice.
What? Uh-huh.
Anyway, Jane Fonda workouts were a huge hit. I feel like they were dynamically big in the 80s. Now the funny thing is she had several I mean she was in many movies and shows, and of course I think that was about the same time she did 9 to 5, the movie with Dabney Coleman and Dolly Parton and Lily Tomlin.
Oh, not the Dolly Parton song, but the movie.
Well, actually that song was made for the movie.
Oh,
Dolly
okay.
Parton was in the movie, and that was one of her first big roles. So that was a big deal.
Ooh.
It was kind of like Jane Fonda's comeback, even though she didn't really have a fall. Well, no, let me take that back. Jane Fonda did have a falling away, because in the Vietnam War, she was one of the. She's always been kind of an outspoken political activist. She's always been against us being in the war, and against. That sounds bad, like against us being in the war. Like, well, I personally wasn't vouching for us to be in the war. It was just America as a whole was in this war. And there was a lot of people who didn't want us to be there. And of course, she didn't want us to be there. So she went to visit the a North Vietnamese prisoner of war camp, and basically did a walkthrough. It was filmed, and there's a specific filmed situation where she meets each of the prisoners to kind of see that they're healthy and safe,
Mm.
and shakes their hand, and they secretly hand off paper to, like, get this back to my wife or my mother or whoever, let somebody know I'm still alive. And at the end of the line, she hands all those papers over to the leader of the camp,
Oh.
and they tear him up. And it's like pretty disheartening. John McCain was supposed to be one of those prisoner of wars
Oh.
at that camp. I don't really hate her for that, because she was going there to try to promote the idea that, hey, everybody's kind of the same, so maybe we could all get along. Ultimately, that did not succeed, and it would have been better, probably, or more behooving to her, to go to visit the U.S. troops and get their spirits up. But I know that she didn't want to do that, not because she didn't want to support the U.S. troops, but because she wanted the war to end.
Mhm.
And that was her reasoning, is, okay, I'll go to the other side and get them to see that we're normal, they're normal, and we're all just fighting for no good reason. But sometimes people do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
If you're going to fight a war, you're going to fight it. Anyway, so she was probably still reeling from that a little bit, even though she's still, like, winning awards and acting her heart out in everything she gets thrown at. She's a good actor, and she was a daughter of Henry Fonda, and he had a lineage of acting going in, and she was a pinup in the '60s because I don't know, she was a pretty young girl. What do you want?
Mhm.
And it's funny, she's still acting now. Her and Lily Tomlin have been doing tons of stuff together. I kind of wish her and Lily Tomlin and Dolly Parton had become just best buddies all the time, because I loved them in 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we're not talking about her acting. We're talking about her workouts. Her workouts.
Yes.
She would put on essentially the equivalent of a bikini, because I think it was, even though it was like workout clothes. It was the first time workouts were considered a thing you do.
It was like leotards, right?
Yeah, like a whole leotard setup, tights, and of course leg warmers. I feel like we're talking more about leg warmers. I keep bringing it up, but it is kind of the moment when that became a thing.
The staple of the 80s.
You're working out and doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, if you went to the gym, you were wearing gym clothes, and it was just you get sweaty and dirty and you wear gym clothes, and they became more of a fashion statement, which actually you probably tune into that more than anything else. But that's when workout clothes became a thing you wear to work out
Mm-hmm.
because you're working out. Her tapes were usually basically an aerobic workout, kind of jumping, running, standing, turning, stretching, nothing too over the top. And I think Richard Simmons probably followed suit right after her, picking up kind of anybody who wasn't doing her things. Because for her, she was pretty much appealing to that middle American 40 something mom who wanted to feel pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds bad. It really wasn't that bad. Everybody in her tapes were kind of younger to like 25 to 45 age group. They were always women and they were always in pretty good shape. So you never, I think it's the one thing Richard Simmons did that I would consider an improvement is he got everybody of every shape, size, and age into the background
Mm-hmm.
with him. He wanted people to see that, you're not the only person who's overweight and you can lose this weight and you can work on it. I think with Jane Fonda, she wanted that, but at the same time, she was trying to project this image of you can be one of the beautiful people. And who doesn't want to do that? But she continued to work out and become this icon for the Jane Fonda workout. And the Jane Fonda workout, when you say it now, it has an iconic semblance of its own.
Mm-hmm.
She went back to acting and continued doing quite well, as far as I know. In fact, she's still acting. Like I said before, she's still acting to this day. I think she just did 80 for Brady.
She's also in the Grace and Frankie show.
Yeah, yeah, which is still running on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel bad because I haven't really watched it. I've heard it's good. But it's about like The Crown. We were talking about The
Yeah.
Crown last episode, and I know it's supposed to be good. I think it's when I know something's good, I don't go out of my way to watch it because, like, it's fine.
Which is terrible because then
I
you want to watch
know.
the terrible things and then you're like, wow, that was terrible. Like you were expecting it to be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, was Jane Fonda's workouts ever classified as anything? Was that the official, was Jazzercise like the official name of like what that was?
I don't remember it ever being called Jazzercise specifically.
I don't
I
know.
think she did a Jazzercise video. I think the reason why they became popular is two major reasons. Number one, VCRs existed and she could
Yeah.
sell this videotape. They would put the videotape in and get their hour-long workout. Like, just follow along with what she's doing. And maybe that's why she was shooting for that middle American mother. You're at home, you have time to exercise, you're going to work out, you're going to buy these clothes, wear this stuff, and do the things that I do, and you'll be just like Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
So I would say that probably did give her the better image that she was probably looking for. I guess I was too young to really hate her for anything that had happened to her in the past, so I don't know. I haven't run for president and been up against her, so I guess I'm fine.
What?
I'm no John McCain. No, they were just aerobic. They were the first aerobic workouts. That was the first time I
Oh,
heard the
oh
word
well.
aerobic on a regular basis. That is the first time I remember ever hearing it as a normal thing, like aerobic workout. Like, I don't want to dance around in a leotard. No, it means you build up breathing and work on stamina and doing things for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay. So it was something different. It was something new, and she set the foreground for what would become every workout video.
Yeah, I think that would be my connection to today, I guess, would just be the old version of home workout videos because I now know that so many people need that reference point to go, oh, these are what these people are doing, or I need to know what this workout is. Because you can always give someone a workout plan and it just says, do these bicep curls and butterfly stretches and whatever. But if you've never seen it or done it before, you're just going to look at these bunch of words and go, okay, and then it'll turn into this interpretive dance of a workout because you were trying to understand what everything is. So I think it's funny. And I know a lot of people use home workouts, especially when COVID happened. Like, it was just, you were home and you had nothing else to do, so you just put on a workout video and did a workout. It's kind of nicer than going to the gym, for me at least, just because I'm an anxious, introverted person. So it's nice to just not have to deal with all the gym people, and you get to be comfortable in your own space without physically going out to the gym and getting looked at, I guess. Or
You
I
don't want to
don't
be
know.
judged.
I don't want to be judged. It's hard. You're putting yourself out there and doing something that is meant to be uncomfy to further make you more comfortable in your own skin.
I
Boom.
suppose. Well, what's your take on workout fashion? Because she did kind of set that standard. I mean, I will say the leg warmer, pretty much because of that. Whether it was in ballet or not, I have no idea. And I'm sure you're right that it was done before. But because of those videos, everybody wanted to look and wear everything just like she has.
Mm-hmm. In terms of leg warmers, I know people don't use them anymore unless you are in ballet or gymnastics, or there's like these new trending socks on TikTok right now actually that look like leg warmers, but they're also socks. So they're socks that go all the way up your thigh, and they are giant fuzzy socks that just look like leg warmers. So I don't know if that counts as a leg warmer since it's a sock, but it does warm up your legs as well as your toes. A lot of gym culture has changed too a little bit, which has changed the way that people dress. Because especially with the Jane Fonda videos, she was wearing the tight leotard and the leggings, which depending on your confidence level, a lot of people do still wear like a gym bra or a gym top and some leggings, and they'll be tight. But I think since most women have been switching to strength exercises and weightlifting, I think that a lot of them switch to I'm going to wear shorts and then the biggest t-shirt I can find and just swim in it. Because it's nice to just have that, they call it a pump cover, you just gotta exist and
I
have
just
it
always
loose.
wear sweats when I go to the gym.
That's so hot. How do you not die of heat?
I'm usually trying to work on, sweating.
Why don't you just sit in the sauna or something? Or
Because you want to exercise the muscles. I mean, it's just basic workout stuff. Actually, I have a curiosity question just because you are going to the gym currently. I was talking to a friend of mine who's been going to the gym, and I was like, yeah, it's a great way to meet people and talk stuff. And when I went, everybody was like pretty much always talking back and forth, or, you'd get on a treadmill and somebody be right beside you, like, oh, how's your day going? La, 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 la. Usually it's only people who are really either professional level focused on I'm going to become the best at running, or people that are just barely starting and they can't like talk and run at the same time. That usually you always have a conversation or something going on. And it seems like in current gyms that people don't do that anymore. That it's like you put on your headphones and you're in your zone. You wipe off your space and you get the hell out for the next person.
oh yeah, you do talking to people. When do you talk to people at the gym?
I don't know.
What?
It's like when you go to
That's
the bathroom.
weird. No, you. Okay, I know guys don't talk to each other in the bathroom. Girls do. That's a different story. But I have been told many a time that guys do not talk to each other in the bath. No talking, no eye contact, no nothing.
Well, you don't help each other, that's for sure.
No, people generally focus on their own space. I think it's a lot to do with headphones just coming into play, just because they're all noise canceling. So you can purely enter your own space and focus on what you're doing and
Listen to your exercise mix.
no, you don't talk to people at the gym unless like you are with friends and they're like helping you through something. But also a lot of people will listen to different things to help them work out. Because I know people have like their metal that they listen to, or I only listen to pop or EDM sometimes. But I often find that most people are listening to like an audiobook or a podcast or like a motivational speech or stuff like that to like help them get in the right headspace to help them with their gym stuff. So I think it's dependent on who you are. But no, you don't talk to people at the gym anymore. If you do, you're kind of judged and you weird people out a little bit. But, my whole generation is just full of anxious people that don't talk anymore.
Well, it's just weird. Maybe Jane Fonda needs to put on a new workout video to show people like how to talk to one another.
I don't think that's a workout video. I think that's just called therapy.
Therapy. The Jane Fonda therapy video. I get that.
You would get a Jane Fonda therapy
I would
video.
definitely get a Jane Fonda therapy video. She can make a new trend. She's a
Therapy?
trendsetter.
People have been going to therapy, Dad. That's like another one of my
Yeah, but this way you
generational
can wear leg
things.
warmers and do it, and that's pretty
In
trendy.
therapy? That's just showing up to therapy in sweats, Dad. Come on. Come on. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Those are all my thoughts. That's the Jane Fonda episode, peeps.
Yes, the peeps.
The peeps.
So for what you missed when you didn't exist, I'm Corbett, and I'll talk to you next time.
See you later, skaters. Keeping it real.